Welcome to the truth about social media for business, where I'm definitely not a technical expert because, let me just move this down so you can see a bit better there. I started the show just before, and instead of clicking on the button to flick the cameras across, I clicked on the finish button. So if you watched the first one tonight, all you would have seen was the intro, and then I would have been gone. As I say, marketing I am good at, technical stuff not so much. Alright, reaching a bigger audience, tonight's topic. Now, the reason this came about is I'm seeing an ad in my feed at the moment, and it's promoted by a local newspaper here on the Sunshine Coast that comes out daily, hint, hint. And they're going, come along to this, I don't know, something that they're selling, this event, whatever it may be, so you can reach a bigger audience. Here's the cold hard truth. If what you're doing is not working to a small audience, if you're not generating sales, if people aren't interacting with you, you're not getting any traction online, whether online, offline, or whatever it may be, if it's not working on a small audience, it's not going to work on a big audience. The reason that they tell you to scale up and go to a big audience is because, number one, they don't know what they're doing, so they just hope to spray more stuff out there that something eventually will stick. And number two is that's how they make their money, is by telling you what you're doing's not working, so what you need to do is do a whole lot more of it to a lot bigger audience, and that'll fix the problem for you. Not going to happen. If you're not reaching your market, you're not hitting the market, not hitting the target with them, not getting your message across, not making sales. The problem is inarticulate, what Brendan Burchard calls inarticulate. Jeez, I'm in trouble with words tonight. Inarticulate messaging. Now, there's a video online. If you go back across to my blog, I think I've put on a post that's called something like the 30-day local biz dominator, something like that. Anyway, I'll post a link to that video for you so you can go and have a look. When he's doing the talk, he's talking to a group in a room with what's called the 25k group. So these people pay $25,000 a year to meet about 3 or 4 times per year in a setting where they learn all these different strategies. So as you can imagine, their businesses are doing pretty well for them to be able to afford to do that. In fact, when they come into the 25k group, they're told if they can't take the 25k that they paid to get in and turn that into $250,000 revenue for their business within 12 months, then they're not invited back again the next year. So they know what they're doing. Anyway, this group, as he said to him, he says it with all respect because everyone in that group is on fire and doing really well. He said if they're not, the only reason that they're not doing much better than what they're currently doing is because of our inarticulate messaging, as in they're not talking to their market in a way that is getting the message across to them. If they were, they'd be doing a whole lot better than what they're actually currently doing. Anyway, this was never more evident than in a video that I did the other night on my Facebook business page. I think it might have been the last episode. I talked about, in the headline, actually put in their digital dementia. If you haven't seen that episode, go back and have a look at it because there's some brain training exercise in there and a guy named Jim Quick. You need to go and have a look at his training and get that. Now anyway, as the ad run, I've just been boosting them with a nominal amount. I've just been boosting these with $5 just to see what happens, see where they sit, see what feedback I got through them. I've already had someone come to me off of these videos and say, hey Ben, I want to book in and do that free custom marketing campaign. So the message is good, the messaging's right, it's getting through to the right people. But Facebook actually will tell you whether you're getting your messaging right to your market, that whether it's matching up well, because what it did, it actually got about halfway through that boost. I only spent like a couple of dollars, and then, I mean, you can literally test this stuff for a couple of dollars. You don't need to go and waste hundreds or even thousands of dollars on TV ads, newspaper ads, anything else. You can test the stuff with a few bucks to see what it's working on. It actually said to me, the people that are watching this video the most are females between the age of, I think it was like 54 and 65, or something like that. Okay. Now the reason that it was hitting that group was, I believe, because of those two words in that headline, that digital dementia. It's something that, around that age group, people start to think about, and it's relevant to them. So, there's a lot more information in that video that is relevant to different markets. So I can go back now and go, well, people are actually watching it, they're getting value out of it because I know they are, because they're actually spending time sitting there watching it. But I can then go back and pick out another section of that video and rechange that headline across to something that's more specific to, say, 25 to 35 year olds, and I don't know, I'd have to go back through the video and see what was actually in there. But purely by the wording, by getting the messaging right to the right audience, then start getting the message across to them, they start understanding how you can solve their problems for them, then they come and look to come and buy from you, work with you, whatever it may be. So that is the truth. That's what you need to look at. We're just reaching If your message won't work on a small market, not open hell, it's going to work on a big market. Just because you spray more of it out there, it's not going to work. It's not going to change a thing. Well, it will change a thing. Actually, it'll change your account balance because it'll be going down while the advertising agency's filling up. And that's basically the premise that they all work on. That's what they want you to do.
Most common mistakes people make with their posts. Give us like 3 to 5 your worst nightmares.
Dead simple, straight up, talk about themselves. I just did this, I just fed my cat, I just posted a photo, I just posted a video. No one cares less about what you did, not even your mum, okay?
And the average consumer is damn lazy. They don't want to work for the information, they want it to be fed to them. And these devices feed it to them. I mean, everybody's got a phone coming out of their body now. It's a body part.
All these automated get 10,000 followers garbage. Forget all that stuff. Anyone starts sprouting that, run as fast as you can. People, because it's free, people see it as free, they tend to post everything in the hope that someone will click on it, watch it, read it, go over there. If you had to actually pay for it, and I wish they would, I wish they'd make every post that you had to put up, someone had to pay for, people would think twice about what they had to do and whether that anyone would actually read it or take any notice of it. And a big tip here is, if you're not sure whether you should post it or not, you probably shouldn't, and have a look at it from not your own eyes, as in this is my bit of stuff, I'm going to post it out and see who likes it. Read it and go, would I actually post that? If someone else posted that, would I read that myself? Would I click on it myself? Would I take any notice of it? And if the answer's no, go back and redo it.